Hi there, Mark and James here. We're with internet millionaire Stuart and the founder of Six Figure Mentors. We're just down in London at the moment. We've just come down with thanks Stuart for spending some time with us. We've been doing a bit of training and we just wanted to shoot this video just really to get inside the mind of an internet millionaire, where we can maybe explain, new people coming to the internet. You may be on our list, one of our loyal subscribers. Just want to chat with James, my brother, and really just ask a few questions about, this internet thing. I know, James, you've got a couple of questions.
Yeah, I think, what was it, you've been very influential, by the way, Stuart, in our business. You introduced the concept of high ticket income and residual income, and it's made a massive shift for us, $1,000 days plus, sound advice. But why was it that you decided to get into online business, start an online business to make money online?
Okay, so I mean, the big thing that I found very early on in my career was I struggled to have a life. So going back to when I was even 18, 19, I got straight into the deep end, and I dropped out of college and I started my first job, which was £8,000 a year at the time, which is about, I don't know, $12,000 a year. Working 70 hours a week, and for me that new challenge was exciting. Loved it. I mean, I was in the office, I was learning from experienced guys, I was in the sales background, and it's just a buzz. I was absolutely buzzing. But by the time I'd reached 26, and I know a lot of viewers will relate to this, at whatever age this happened, I got to a point where I was like pulling my hair out with the lack of freedom I had in my life. I mean, I literally didn't have the time to see my friends, my family, keep up any sport. My health was deteriorating already at 26 because I was literally scoffing meals in between appointments, coming home, eating takeaways, never getting any exercise in. And slowly but surely over, that 24, 25, 26 period in my life, sort of 7, 8 years into the career, I just got to a point where I'd had enough. And one thing I've learned is that over the last few years, coaching and mentoring and training people, is that for the majority of people that get started online, it's not this big fancy picture of making millions doing nothing, sitting at the beach and having complete time freedom. For most people it is just a bigger picture. It's about having a better lifestyle, and for me, I didn't have children, whereas most of my students do. Most of my students, their motivations, their wives, their kids, their family. But I did have, at the time, I had my girlfriend. I have a big family, a very close family, and that was my big motivation. Is I wanted to have the time to actually have some sort of lifestyle. So that was really why. That is why. It wasn't ever that I thought I'm going to make millions of dollars online. It was I just wanted to improve my life.
Very similar for Mark and myself, actually, because previous to starting an online business, we had a traditional offline business, and as the economy, well, we grew very, very fast, and we had lots of staff. We had 16 teams, staff members and contractors. And as the economy sort of came down on us, we were under pressure financially, time restraints, working 7 days a week, opening the business. And we were introduced to the concept of information marketing. And that was it. We were hooked from there. Same reasons, just to time freedom. Leads me on to another question, is that we get asked a lot, is people don't actually understand what we do.
Sure, yeah. I get
the same.
I get the same.
How would you explain it?
So, I mean, I suppose let's go back to my first initial realisation, is that the first lesson that I learned was that in a job I was trading time for money. So literally I had to get up, alarm clock going off, sit in traffic, turn up to work, manage my team, check my emails at certain times, be at appointments, and as long as I did that I got paid. The problem with that model is that when you stop doing that, or if you choose to stop doing that, you stop getting paid. So the reason I want to introduce the question by talking about this concept is that I actually stumbled across an ebook online, and it was the first sort of book that I'd ever read that spoke about selling products rather than selling time. So selling my life, selling time. It was this whole concept of, well, if you can sell products, and it kind of explained like the concept of royalties. If you look at songwriters or singers, they create a record and they get royalties for life. And although I knew that I had absolutely no chance of making it into the music industry, I realised that that made so much more sense as being able to have a product to sell. And then I really started to consider what products could I sell. I mean, I really had no business experience whatsoever. And that's when I came across this idea through research, through speaking to the right people, of selling information products. So selling info products is very simply selling information to people. We're in the information age, so nobody can argue that people aren't buying or interested in information. That's where we are right now. And I was just absolutely blown away by this concept of selling products that could be accessed online, downloaded, didn't need shipping, and literally could be accessed.
High profit margins.
Absolutely, huge margins. And I suppose the minute my mind came over just those two concepts alone, selling products instead of time, and doing it through the internet, selling information that could be accessed digitally 24/7, 365 days a year, I realised that I was onto a good concept and I had to pursue it. And the minute I had that in my mind, it's never have I ever looked back. That was it. I was like tunnel vision.
Yeah, so I do think a lot of people do struggle with the concept of selling information. We're so conditioned to selling a physical product, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So it is, the internet. It's a new thing, but information products have been sold for years.
Yeah.
I take it, coaching courses.
Yeah.
So,
people, a question that we've been getting recently, a couple of subscribers emailed me the other day, saying what sort of experience do they need coming in to look at a business model online to make some money, maybe want to work from home. What sort of experience do they need to be able to sort of join a program and start making money?
Okay, so the first stumbling block for nearly everybody is I don't have a product to sell. And gone are the days that we can have that excuse that be in business you have to have your own products. You've always been able to sell other people's products online and offline, but online it's easier than ever because you can become an affiliate, which is something that most people have probably heard of. And being an affiliate enables you to sell other people's products and it all be tracked and converted live, and be told what your results are, what you're selling and how much you're getting paid for that live. So you make a product, sell it, reports back and you get a check in the post or you get a bank transfer or whatever else. So that's the first thing that I want to stress to people is if you're sat there thinking, well, what on earth would I sell? Well, there is literally millions of products online that you could go out there and sell as an affiliate in multiple different markets. The difficulty for most people is actually knowing what market to choose and secondly, how they're going to go about actually making those sales. So the advice that I always give is that, first of all, rest assured, have peace of mind, have confidence that if you look upon the people in this room right now, myself and the guys sat here, we're all making money online, we're all doing it, and we all started in that same position where we didn't have a clue how to start. So it's very achievable for anybody watching this video. But the main thing is that you've got to realise that you have to learn how to market products. That is the most important thing. You can have the best product in the world, but if you don't know how to market it, no one's going to see it, no one's going to buy it, you're going to make no money. Equally, it's crazy to say that you could have a really crappy product but be brilliant at marketing. The chances are you'd be able to sell lots, even thousands of those products online. You just kind of want to steer clear from bad products because obviously it's not something that you're going to want to be investing your time in.
That leads really into talking about the six-figure mentors because we can't ignore the fact six-figure mentors has been inspirational.
It's changed our way of life, certainly.
Yeah, changed our business, sort of reduced the learning curve for this internet thing. You can get overwhelmed. What could people expect inside the six-figure mentors? What's the basis behind it for people?
Let's first explain why the Six-Figure Mentors was an idea in the first place and why I created it. So it was actually born out of frustration, and the frustration was me trying to teach people how to make money online and very quickly realising as a coach, as a mentor, that for the majority of people it's very, very difficult for them to have all of the pieces set up. That it may just be one hurdle. They may be really technically challenged, they may not really have any idea of how to market correct way, they may have no idea how to select the right types of products, what kind of markets to go into. Most people that get started as a newbie have 1, 2, maybe even 3 big barriers that are stopping them from either taking action or getting results. So the reason I created the Six-Figure Mentors, and in answer to your question, what can people expect? People can expect an earn while you learn platform that has absolutely all of the pieces to make money. Hence, you guys earning $1,000 a day commissions within our system through utilising our funnel, etc. But the thing that, if I was to explain it in 4 key words, it would be tools, training, community and coaching, which is literally all the elements that are required to become a success story online. And the biggest thing that I would say people underestimate is having a system in place to actually succeed.
So what you're saying technically is people could come in with a passion of some sort of their own. They can be involved in whatever their passion is, and you will give them the tools, the training, the education, how to build that business and market that business online. On the flip side, and this is the system that Mark and I have plugged into, is actually plugging into the system itself and learning the internet marketing, lead generation, traffic generation, list building, and doing nothing other than plugging in and generating an income online through that system is where we do make those $1,000 days.
But now we're more experienced as well. It's the training that we've received. It has allowed us to build our own products and our own coaching program, and we've got other businesses now that are being born.
It was always the idea. I mean, the thing that I see all the time is newbies getting overwhelmed, frustrated, not knowing where to go. So the first thing I say to non-experienced people, so this is if you're not experienced, is don't overwhelm yourself by trying to do 1,000,000 different business models, 1,000,001 different business models. Pick a business model, learn the skills, and learn how to first get into positive cash flow, which is the conversation I had with you guys over a year ago, maybe 18 months ago, 2 years ago, I can't even remember now, where I said, guys, you need to pull the reins in, focus on just getting the system up and running of making money, the business model, start making money. The minute you guys started making money, you guys changed, your whole attitude changed, you got confident, you got motivated, you had money to start reinvesting, you were able to scale your business. And that's the thing that a newbie really needs to achieve. They need to achieve results, and they need to achieve it by spending time, energy and effort, a bit of money, getting started, but continuing to develop, continuing to move forward, which will enable them to scale their businesses and actually, to be in a situation where you can think about things like quitting your day job, you can think about things about actually running a laptop lifestyle business, taking lots of holidays, travelling with the family, but those things all come later after, that initial, learning curve.
And that's exactly what's happened for me. I did dedicate, when I do anything, I commit to it full on. And I spent a lot of time learning, and I felt it was necessary at the time, but now I've got to the point where literally if I wanted to spend 1 to 2 hours, in fact 20 to 30 minutes a day, whether it be placing an ad or something, then that is literally all I need to do in the business now. Because I do feel everybody should learn. We all learn too much, and you say it from the start. Don't get into educational mode.
Yeah.
We all do it. You can't stop people doing it because everybody feels that they don't know enough. They don't know enough. But there comes a time where you do know enough, and you can step back, and that's where you start to feel the riches of an online business, and they really are automated businesses.
Well, the reality is, being successful online is about 2 things, traffic and conversion. If you can learn traffic and you can learn conversion, and you've obviously got products in the pipeline, or you're partnering with products that you can sell, you're going to make money. So, in terms of that education mode, it's, a lot of people spend a lot of time and energy and effort trying to create their own fancy product, or, trying to be, overly educated and learn from 1,000,001 gurus before they get started. But in reality, this is what we focus on teaching in the SFM, is building that list through traffic generation, getting those subscribers so you can have traffic on demand, able to, promote products for the conversion where you're actually going to make money. And if I was to give advice to anybody watching this video, regardless of what stage you're at right now, whether you're just getting started, or you're approaching the 6-figure level, or you're really trying to get to that 7-figure level, for me it's been exactly the same process every time. From going from 0 to 6 figures, it's been about traffic and conversion. From going from 6 figures to multi-6 figures, it was about more traffic, better conversion. And going to 7 figures, it's been exactly the same. More traffic, whether that be through more banner advertising, more purchase traffic, more affiliates, and in continuing to improve that conversion. Now, the advantage that people have working with us in this system is that we have spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands in the conversion environment, and the idea is, we have affiliates that turn the tap on for the traffic, and that just completely changes the way that people can make money in a much, much faster way.
Yeah, and I can relate to that. Mark and I started out, we built our own products in the early days, and conversions were just, there was nothing. We've marketed a few products, and you don't know what you don't know when you first start out. But our conversions were poor. Plugged into this SFM, and since the beginning, well, over the last 6 months anyway, the conversions, what we're experiencing, plugging in pretty much basic system, not tampering with it at all, it's the highest converting product I've ever experienced online.
I think there'll be two reasons for that. One is obviously that we've spent a lot of time, energy, effort, money in that environment, but it's also that you believe in the product. And that's another tip that I'll give to people, is that, you know, the reason that you believe in the product, I know, is because of the results that you got from it. And that's kind of what you want to do. You want to be congruent with the products you're marketing, and you want to try and find products that have really made a difference in your life. I don't care if that's a product that's helped you lose loads of weight, if it's helped you get richer, if it's helped you lose loads of stress, if it's helped you stop smoking. If you can get really passionate about a product, you're going to find it a lot easier to generate sales and increase that conversion. And the reason that we have so many raving fans promoting our products is because there are few products out there that really legitimately teach people how to start making money. And I think you'll agree, if you're watching this video right now, if we could show you how to tap into a system and start making regular income, $1,000 days, you're probably going to be a fan, and I think that the conversion will be a fairly easy job for you.
Yeah, and what I have to say is regarding the six-figure mentors, and what I really appreciate of what you do, and it's behind the scenes. Now, as much, Mark and I are very passionate about the people on our database, our list, people joining our team. Now, the majority of people that are joining the six-figure mentors are joining, they're all on our database, but they're joining the six-figure mentors, and we've had hardly anything, if not anything, to do with quite a lot of the sales. And I put that down to the outstanding system that you've got in the back end. We are literally driving traffic on the front end, and the system is working, and you can explain what that system is on the back end there, and which is converting for us, for customers spending thousands of pounds, and we're waking up daily with $1,000 sales, and we've never spoken to these people, and they're happy.
Yeah, the reason we did that is because, really, again, twofold. Is one thing I'm incredibly passionate about is lifestyle, and I wanted to create a business that, not just for me but for our affiliates, they could, you know, tap into without having to do a lot of the grunt work, which is often the sales side. I mean, I think anyone will agree that if they've done sales or they've considered sales, they've realised that there's a lot of grunt work involved. Picking up the phone, follow up, you know, making sure that, you know, sales are being completed and everything else. And what we've done here is we've actually built a team around us of professionals who understand the business, the system, the products, that actually are on a daily basis closing sales on behalf of our subscribers. Now, that's the first reason we did it, to help, you know, give people the opportunity to tap into a system, give us some control on the sales cycle, but also for that freedom element, which is the thing that I am so passionate about. The other reason is that a lot of people fail because they are hopeless at selling. You know, that is the truth. I mean, I am fortunate that I can get on the phone, I can speak to someone, I've come from a sales background, and I have to be totally frank about it, is I class myself as a pretty good sales guy. You guys are definitely good sales guys. I mean, you've made, both of you, six-figure incomes in sales, and you know, to an element of marketing. But, you know, for a lot of people, I know a lot of people watching this, the thing that puts them off the most or gives them the most amount of fear about having a business is having to be actively involved with sales and marketing. And that is something that you know, you don't have to worry about with our training and system, and a lot of, you know, products that are out there on the internet. You can learn how to sell without having to be a cheesy salesman.
But there's a lot of people that do contact us, and they're asking about our business opportunity or what we do. Is it the product that's going to give them the richness? Or what is the key ingredient that is required? Because there's a lot of products online. People, you know, they've got emails coming into their inbox every day. Different people pitching this, pitching that. What's going to be the ingredient really to get that success and make some money online?
It's the education. I mean, there's no two ways about it. I mean, whether I educate someone to build a system or plug into a system, in reality, what's going to be the determining factor of how successful they are is the education that they gain. What is different about what we do is that we truly inspire people to earn while they learn. So every single week we've got live calls, we've got coaching sessions, coffee calls, updates, and we're continuing to educate our audience in what is working right now online. We're continuing to improve our system and then update our affiliates or our students with what we're doing and why we're doing it, and that enables them to obviously go out and leverage something with the new skills that they've gained and the new enhancements that we've made to the system. And you know, the thing that people underestimate is the cost of running an online business. You know, people often assume, and a lot of these gurus claim, you know, look at how much money I've made, here's $100,000 in this month, and you know, it's all my money. And in reality, you know, a legitimate business has overhead. The biggest advantage with, you know, getting educated with us and following our system is we have the budget to spend. We have literally multiple six figures coming into our business every single month in cash flow, and that enables us to grow the business, have the right salespeople. I mean, one of the most recent employees that we've just taken on is a six-figure income earner working on behalf of our customers. So you know, there's a lot of things to be aware of.
There's a lot to be said for that, and people, you know, at this stage they might not get the concept of that. But if you were to start your own business, whatever it may be, but in order to have the members and staff to get the level of results that's required, somebody starting out on the internet on their own, they're just never going to do it.
My initial goal was always to be, you know, just be really truthful while we're shooting this video. Was always to have affiliates that could make enough money and see enough results to not even dare try and copy what we're doing. And the way we've been able to achieve that is to develop a team and a system that in reality for the average or even most advanced people to copy would be very, very difficult. And I think that one of the biggest compliments that I get is from our top affiliates earning, you know, tens of thousands of dollars a month in income, is that they don't even want to look, one, for anything else, or two, even try and build what we've built because of where we are today. And I think that's an important thing to understand because, you know, there are a lot of products and programs out there who, you know, talk a great game. They've got the big sales pages, they've got the flashy websites, but in reality, behind the scenes, there really isn't anything of substance there. We're shooting this video today in one of our head offices, like you say, just outside of London. We've got sales guys in rooms nearby right now actually working the system and being involved. It's a real business, and that's something that you unfortunately can't always see online. You know, a website can be built from India with an outsourcer and a little scammer behind the scenes. What you see with us is what you get. We're real. We've got, you know, a lot of credibility behind us. We've got real testimonials that you can see all over our sites. And the reality is it's taken us a long time to get here. We're like, you know, approaching 2 years old now in this industry with this particular business, and we're just going from strength to strength.
And one of the things that's important to James and I, as mentors as well, we've got our own team that it's important that they come in and start making some money as well.
That's right.
And you know, I mean, we've got one guy that's been in just under a month now. He works full time at Specsavers, came in and he's made his first sales online. And you know, we've got another guy that's joined us recently. He's been online for 2 years and never made a penny. So it's very encouraging.
And it's very hands off for us. They plug into the system and we don't have to do it.
But we've now got a coaching course. People are approaching us to help them build their offline business, and we help them market offline businesses. But we've learnt those skills from inside the training in SFM.
So if somebody wanted to test out exactly how the system works and how your awesome follow-up works and how all your salespeople work and the system works, how do they go about doing that?
Well, the answer to that is definitely to complete our application. Now, whilst we're on that topic, the reason we have an application process in place, which is completely different to any other training organisation out there. I mean, most of the organisations are doing everything that they possibly can to get your money. The reason we have an application process is because we want to make sure it's a two-way thing. You know, learning to build an online business is a two-way thing. It's not just about our trainings, our coaches, our mentors, our webinars, our tools, our community. It's something that we have to make sure is right for you, and the application process is the next procedure because it's an absolute risk-free process. You know, 100% money-back guarantee. You fill in your application. We give you a mega bonus. We're talking like $500 worth of training to get you to know, like, and trust us straight away, so that you know that we're the real deal. And whilst we're processing that application, you're going to hear from us. It's not a pushy sales call. It's a consultation, and we're just going to really find out what you're trying to achieve. whether we can actually help you or not, give you a level of expectation which is realistic, you know, the kind of levels of income that could be expected over a period of time, and just talk to you about, you know, what's needed to be a success. So that is the answer. Is the next step is make sure that if you are a genuine, serious, motivated internet entrepreneur, whether you're experienced, trying to scale or learn how to develop your business further, or if you're brand new with absolutely no idea, get your application and you'll just see some magic happen.
Absolutely, agreed, fantastic.
Well, on that note, just want to thank Stuart for his time today spent with us.
We are really grateful for
No
your
problem
time.
whatsoever. I'd love to shoot these videos anyway. It's been a pleasure having you guys here today, and hopefully many of your subscribers will be working with you very, very soon.
Now, if you are watching this and it's on YouTube, or you might even got this in an email that we've sent to our subscribers, you'll find a link somewhere underneath. Click on that, fill out the application, and James and I will jump on the phone, have a chat with you and see how we can help you further.
And leave some feedback, it would be great.
Yeah.
More than appreciated. Thank
Take
you.
care. Cheers.
Cheers.